What is up, everyone? Man, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk to y'all. As y'all can tell, I look like a caveman. Because I've literally been doing a bunch of other stuff that I've just been so busy. And I've just lost the drive to even come in here and just sit down for an hour and even just talk. Like, people don't even know how much I've just been going through it. And I'm not depressed or whatever, all that other stuff. No, it's just, man, find a job and stuff is the worst thing you can do. And I know I look rough as hell. And you're gonna seem like this for probably another couple episodes. I'm trying to come back. I really am. I'm really gonna try to start coming back. Might just do once a week on Sunday while I'm here. I think on Sunday, if I can get another episode out, I'm gonna do it. But you know how it always is. Just you start scheduling stuff, and then it's like, oh, go this, go this, go this, go this, go this, go this, go this. And there's so much stuff to do. So I don't even know where to start. But you know what we're gonna do? Continue to keep pushing through. Uh, I finally think I can make it work now. Like I said, Sundays I think are gonna be the day I'm gonna record and put them out right after I finish. I think it's gonna be Sunday-ish. I don't know. It depends on the timing and everything. Got a lot of stuff to do on Sundays, but we're gonna get it done. But now that I'm done rambling on for like a minute, um, of course, it's Sweet 16 Thursday. Yes, I'm recording on Thursday. It's a little bit later. The first game's just started, so I have not seen them yet. They literally just started, so I have not seen any scores. I still have my predictions up. And I did not show you my bracket because I don't know why, but I'm still in the top 90. I think both. I have this year. I created 3 brackets. I did a first thoughts bracket, just whatever I first kind of thought. Do. Then I did a underdog bracket with just like my first thoughts. I'm like, where are some real underdogs I think can actually win their games? And then like I pick if it was like 50-50, I picked underdogs. And then a third bracket I made was my official bracket. I named it Overthink because I overthink the hell out of this year, which this year actually worked out because a lot of it was kind of chalk the first 2 rounds, but it really wasn't if you kind of watched college basketball all year, which I did but didn't. So that's how I missed like the Colorado State game was a game that I got wrong because I really haven't watched much of Colorado. I hadn't watched any Colorado State at all. I watched it. Not even lie. I didn't watch any of it. Couldn't name a player on them. But we'll talk about my bracket and to keep out. I think it's gonna win the games at the very end. But we have to get our basic little dings and do's out. Uh, First up, I want to say we are praying for Juju Watkins. Yes, of course, everyone saw it. People are overreacting to saying the team that she played was trying to hurt her and all this and all this. No, it's a part of basketball. She took a bump, and sadly, and I mean sadly, her knee gave out. It's a part of basketball. It happens to the best of them, and the only good thing about this is that it gives her that rest because, especially a game like basketball, you can play it year round, 24/7, 365, and you don't really have that rest. So this will give her a full rest. Sadly, it's an injury rest, not a real rest, because there's 2 different things. Give her that rest. She can come back. Torn ACL, she probably be back sometime next year. But it's going to come close to probably tournament time, so she might be out the whole next year. It just depends on the body. As you know, some people, we have Adrian Peterson came back 8 months. Some people, it takes them over a year. But I think, from my prediction now, I think she's out for probably the whole next year. And unless USC gets some good girls in, I have not really looked at their recruiting. I don't know much about this USC roster. I'll tell you that right now. And you know we got to take our water. Not on the ground this time. But we are praying for Juju Watkins and the USC team. You know, we rip South Carolina over here. And LSU, good monkey. Staying in college sports. We're not going to men's basketball yet. We're going to go to baseball. College baseball is starting to shift into their spots. Everyone's kind of starting to figure out where they are. A&M took a big drop. You know, me and Cody are big A&M baseball fans. With us losing our third baseman at the very beginning of the year really hurt this team. The only positive thing is that this team is young and most of them are going to come back. But they're going to lose Jace Laviolette, Ryan Prager, and everyone else of those big names that are going to get probably drafted this year. They're not coming back. But the only, like I said, the positive thing is that a lot of this team is young. So a lot of them can come back next year and go for a running in. But you have to see how it's going to work. That's the only thing I can say. Other teams, Florida, Florida State, Arizona, South Carolina, all these other SEC teams and other teams around are fighting their we're kind of seeing where they go. LSU, we're kind of fighting out who's better than who, kind of falling in those places right now, which is a big thing because we're still in a good part of the season now. So if you're not watching after basketball ends, go straight into baseball looking for a sport, because if you don't know, it's gonna come quick. I'm telling you right now. Omaha is gonna come quick on y'all, because people forget that baseball's been started already. So by the time basketball ends, most teams kind of know who's their one, who's their two, who's their three, who's their four that they have to, who's their four in case one of them gets hurt. Is their four gonna be their weekday guy so he can pitch on the weekend, or is it gonna be their five guy and maybe their six guy pitches on that, and then their four guy comes in relief for somebody? However coaches like to do it. That's how it really starting to come out now. And once basketball ends in about 2 more weeks, teams are really gonna know how they want their rosters. Remember that, how they want their pitching rotations. Who is their full true starting lineups? Because we try to have a true starting line, but sometimes every once in a while, this guy's down, this guy's up, this guy's doing graph the bench. Let's give him a start. Do. Like, people are starting to do all these other things. So we're really starting to do it. Of course. Another thing that's around the corner, NBA playoffs. This is a time where I feel like March Madness comes at a good time, because a lot of people, unless you're Kenny Beecham, are really kind of getting off the NBA at this point. We all know. The NBA is kind of broken into like 4 or 5 groups. You have the beginning of the season where you were trying to figure out. You have the holiday season of, okay, who is our team actually? It starts in October. So November-ish, December-ish, you're kind of figuring out like who's who. Kind of getting this guy. So by the beginning of the year, so January 1st to trade deadline to All-Star Weekend, it's okay, who is our starting 7 to 8 for our playoff roster? Who do we need to add in? Who we need to get rid of to get the guy we need to add in? That's what that comment is. Then we get after All-Star Weekend trade deadline. Now we're trying to figure out, okay, now we're trying to figure, okay, this is our team. How are we going to make this team cohesive for this year? And that's kind of where it is. And then we get into March, end of March, more into April, and people are kind of like, okay, well, we kind of know where we are. We're 60 games in. We kind of know what this team is. We kind of know what this team is. We're 70 games in. This team is. And then March Madness kind of hits, and it kind of gives everyone that kind of like a 4-week break of watching NBA this whole time. I want to see something new, because we know most people are not watching college basketball when the NBA is on during the holiday season, because college basketball starts in November, just like literally a couple weeks after NBA season starts. So people are in NBA mode. Then it's like NBA mode. Okay, All-Star Weekend, and it's like, okay, All-Star Weekend's kind of passed, and March Madness is here, yay! And you kind of haven't watched these teams. And March Madness is a perfect time, I'm telling y'all, for people to kind of lock in and watch this. And then when they come back on the back end, oh, the playoffs about to start. The play-in starts and stuff like that, which I'm not a fan of. But stuff like that starts to come in, and that's when March Madness is really good to pay attention to. But also keep a little small eye on the NBA, because we know very few teams have locked in playoff spots. Very few teams locked them in. And for those who have locked them in, they're not even locked into their spots yet. They're locked into just being in the playoffs. They can still go up and down, left, right. So keep an eye on the NBA. But we know most of us are here for March Madness. We love March Madness. We're trying to see the guys in the future that's going to come in. Another great thing about March is that, hey, It's opening day. Yes, I had my Rangers shirt on today, but at work we work with a lot of colors, stuff like that, and it got all on my shirt. That's why I changed it to this jacket with no hoodie on, with this hoodie with no shirt under it, because it would look tacky, and I know I look tacky already, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, y'all know me. I don't care how you look. I'm just here to do my job, and that's to talk to y'all, hopefully, and get this thing done and over with. Cause I'm very bad at this. I'm very bad. Y'all can tell. And I want y'all to pick y'all's team. Tell me who y'all are rooting for. Put them in the comments, bro. Because I'm telling y'all, stay with your team. If you're a fan of 2 or 3 teams, you have to explain why you're a fan of 2 or 3 teams. I said I'm a guy that has a bunch of 2 teams everything. Like I said, for MLB, I'm a Rangers fan, do or die. But I like players. Like Kike Hernandez is one of my favorite players. He's on Dodgers, so I'm watching Dodgers a bit more. Jock Peterson just got traded to the Rangers, so I'm gonna get a Jock Peterson jersey and everything like that. Like, I'm a fan of players just like that. Like Trey Mancini when he was on the Orioles. I love Trey Mancini. He went to the Astros. I believe he's on the Cubs now. I believe so. I've been very out of baseball. This is like I'm very out of baseball right now. I've been deep into watching college basketball right now. I really have. Just crazy. I've been deep into it, y'all. I have no idea. I've been watching so much. Like I said, I'm missing games now because obviously I want to record this. But we're on to the college tournament and the games that are going on right now. Because today's oddly weird. It's like 2 games and a break, and 2 more games. Instead of just kind of doing like just an hour. We've been doing like an hour break between each, and they're gonna go shift over a little bit together. But it's kind of like you already do like an hour. If each half of 20 minutes, and halftime's what, 10 to 15? Maybe 20. I don't know. I've been watching games so much, but also I'm switching to. You can literally time an hour in between, just 7, 8, 9, 10, and it depends on the whatever you want to do, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however you want to do it. 45 minutes, whatever, however. But these like 7, 7:30, then 9, 9:30 doesn't make any sense at all to me. Can we fix that, please? Please, can we fix that? But first game is up. Bama and BYU. I did predict both teams to be here in my bracket, and I picked Bama to beat BYU right here. BYU, yes, people were very unprepared for them to be good, but I admit I didn't start looking at them until they started beating these good teams back in the season. And I'm like, okay, I started watching a couple games. I think I watched maybe 1 game officially. I watched a couple games of highlights of them. Well, technically, I have a guy I watch on YouTube that he does their full game, but he does every scoring play. So you'll see one team score, okay. Then when they bring the ball up, you'll see a whole possession of a team scoring. So when they cross half court, the clip will start. They'll go through it. They score. Okay. Next time they can bring the ball up. If they're pressing, he'll just keep it. He'll keep the game going if they're pressing, because obviously if they score on the press, you gotta keep the game going. But that's how I watch a lot of BYU games, and I'm rambling again, as y'all probably know if y'all watch me. Yeah, basically I had Bama over BYU here. I did pick in my bracket, of course, my official overthink bracket. That's the one I'm going off of. I'm not going off of my first thought or my underdog one, and not because it's technically my overthink is second best, because my first thought is winning right now. But right now, I'm going off of. That's my official one. I have Bama being BYU. I think Bama's just a better team than BYU. BYU's going to put up a fight, I believe. But I think Bama can pull this one out. It's going to be a closer game. I should probably put lines on here just so we can kind of see how close I think it's going to be. Inside the line, outside the line. No, I'll probably do that next time. Next up, Florida and Maryland. I did not have Maryland. I had Memphis right here. Sadly, Memphis lost out. Crazy. They lost in the first round of Colorado State, which if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have picked them. I would probably pick Maryland to be here, but like I said, Memphis is they're slowly getting better, just slowly. And I'm seeing that, and I hope Penny Hardaway is able to get this team right, because He is on a hot seat that is burning, man. And they want to win in Memphis. I'll tell you right now, they want to win in Memphis. That's one thing for sure. But I had Florida beat Memphis in this, but I still am picking Florida to beat Maryland. Yes, Maryland had one of the first crazy endings to a game, which people are kind of like, wow, this is a boring term because that's the first one. But it's like, you're not watching the games. You're looking at scores. You're looking for updates. I mean, you're looking for upsets. You're not watching the games. The games are good. Even some of the blowout games, some of these blowout games, they've actually been good for 90% of them. But you know, at the end of the game, sometimes you got to foul, shoot your free throws, go down, rush, shoot up a shot. Nope, don't get it. Foul, shoot free throws. Rush down, try to shoot a shot, got to foul again. It's just like, so the gap gets bigger. And then this game gets further and further. Games start getting out of reach. But I think Florida can beat Maryland in this. Derek Queen's great, but I think a whole team is better than Derek Queen, who just signed a deal with Dairy Queen, which is I'm surprised about. That should have been something a long time ago when he was we had a high school. They said Dairy Queen should have been the first people to sign up to an NIL deal. I don't care. He's gonna be a top prospect. He was planning to be a top prospect. So I don't know why he wasn't already having an NIL deal with Dairy Queen. Because now you just signed him. Can you take him to the NBA? Can he technically? Did you sign him for a college and NBA deal? Did you just sign him for a college deal? How did you work this out? I'm saying there's a lot of stuff that's going between things. That's all I'm gonna say. Later game tonight, Duke vs Arizona. I had Duke versus Oregon in this. I really thought Oregon is always a sleep team. Dana Alterman is always a great coach. I really thought Oregon was going to be here. They were one of my sleeper teams that I thought I could sneak in, really can make a run. I don't know, I just had Arizona. I just didn't think Arizona had it. And Arizona was able to pull it through, man. They were able to pull it through. They were playing some of their great basketball right now. And I was listening to another show with Gary Parrish, Matt Norlander, CBS on College Sport. And man, GP was saying, it would be crazy to think that Caleb Love could eliminate a historic coach, Paolo Banchero, and Cooper Flagg in his career. If Arizona were to beat Duke, that would be a historic, just resume to have. You eliminated one of the best ever coaches in the game of college basketball. Paolo Banchero, who is amazing with the Magic, who was a great college player, who I felt he could have been even better. I felt like Paolo wasn't even really at his full potential in college. I feel he could have been so much better. And Cooper Flagg, who people are calling the next White Hope, which is, we don't know yet. Like I say, each jump level is crazy. But I have Duke being Arizona. Caleb Love, I love you. I don't think he's going to do it. If he does, that's amazing. The last game tonight. The closest game I think there is going to be, the game that you probably want to watch, is Arkansas versus Texas Tech. I picked Arkansas and Tech to both be here. I picked Arkansas over Texas Tech. The closer the game gets, the more I wish I would have picked Tech. But I believe in Coach Cal and everyone on this Arkansas team. I just love how they play. No, this is Coach Muss. No, Coach Cal. Coach Muss. I get Bama and Arkansas so mixed up. Their players and their coaches mixed up so much. I have no idea why I do. I literally have no idea. I know Jeremy Spears is on Alabama. Grant Nolan. Youngbloods on Bama. I just get their coaches mixed up in my head for some reason. I have no idea. I'm such a bad person. I'm very sorry, Arkansas. I'm very sorry, Bama. I get their coaches mixed up so much. But I have Arkansas beating Texas Tech. This is a game that I know it's a late game. If you have time in the morning, watch highlights of this. It'll probably be a 10-minute, 8-minute highlight you can probably watch of this game. I do that in the morning while you brush your teeth, or when you after you take a shower, when you're drying off, brush your teeth. You probably watch this while you're doing that. That's how I would say. Gotta get some more water. You know we drink 2 of these a day. I picked Arkansas to beat Tech. I would not be surprised if Tech won this game. It's literally going to come down to who was better on the night, I think. Because if Tech comes out and plays their game, I think they can beat Arkansas. If Arkansas comes out and plays their best game, I think Arkansas can easily beat Tech. But if they're both playing their best games, it's gonna be good. I can't pick. I can't pick. It's gonna be tough. But who's ever good on the night is gonna win that Arkansas versus Tech game. So on Friday, next day, we have Michigan State versus Ole Miss. I picked Michigan State versus Iowa State, and something told me don't pick Iowa State to go deep, and I just didn't listen to it. Something told me don't pick Iowa State to go deep. Something just told me, and I didn't listen to it. Oh my gosh. But I still picked them, and Ole Miss, they had Ole Miss beating Iowa State at first. And I don't remember now. I ain't looked at the bracket in a minute. But yeah, I had Michigan State beating Ole Miss. Ole Miss is a team that I feel like, yes, they're good. They're one of those. There's one of those teams that are teams. They play for each other. They don't have the NBA star. They don't have the number one great guy on their team. It's a team game, and they're a team. Everyone pulls their own weight. There's 25. There's 5 guys on the court. All 5 guys do 20%. That's all I can say. Outside of that, I don't know, man. I think Coach Izzo's gonna make Ole Miss really work hard. They're gonna learn their own game, and have to see, man. I got Michigan State beating Ole Miss. I really do. I believe it too. I love Coach. Y'all know I love Coach Izzo. Love Coach Izzo. He is. I always say if I was a high quality basketball player and I had a chance to play for Michigan State, I'm going to Coach Izzo. I wasn't going to Kentucky, Kansas. I would like to go to Kansas, of course, but like if it's like you're a top player and if I'm not like the number one guy, or like if I'm like number 10, 20, Michigan State. That's probably the guy I would go to if I was number one. Especially, I don't know how NIL would be now. I would have been like a junior or senior when NIL came. But on to the next one. Kentucky versus Tennessee. I had Kentucky versus Illinois here. No, wait, hold on. At Tennessee beating Kentucky, I had Tennessee beating Illinois here originally. The reason I had Kentucky losing is because they legitimately have injuries and they don't play defense. And as of now, Ortega Owe is literally leading them. And their point guard, Lamont Butler, is a guy that if they legitimately don't have Lamont Butler, I don't think they make it nowhere near this far. Even though he's hurt still. But Ortega Owe was a gem of a just a gem, and they would pull him away. There's a gem pull. Wait, was he? He came from Arkansas, right? I believe. He came from somewhere. It was Arkansas. But, like, that's why I had Kentucky losing to Illinois originally. Illinois lost, of course. Not here. But I think Tennessee's going to have enough defense to slow the offense down, and they're going to score just enough points. Because Tennessee's not a offensive juggernaut. That's not how a coach does it. That's not how Tennessee's coach does. He's like, hey, we play defense. Kind of like how Coach Izzo does it a little bit more. But Tennessee's coach is like, hey, we play defense. If people were talking about Dalton Knecht last year, who was an offensive guy, yeah, I think that's how he likes his team to be. Of our offense runs through one or two high level scores. And then there's also Double Z's, I think, last year. I don't know if he's been in college for like 10 freaking years. Zakai Ziegler. He's been in college for 20 years, it feels like. And that's going to be a big loss for him. If he leaves this year, I don't know if he has more eligibility or not. If he freaking finally leaves this year, that's going to be a big loss for him. Because he does so much. And I mean so much for him. It's crazy to even think about. yeah, there's so much to even just Sakai Seagul's leaving. And um, Chaz Lanier, who I heard people. Never mind, I'm not talking about that. But yeah, I have Tennessee beating Kentucky because I just think um, Tennessee can score enough points to where they won't lose the game. But if Kentucky's able to get their offense going, and if it's a shootout, Kentucky's winning this game. If it's a low scoring game, Tennessee's winning this game. That's my thoughts on it. Okay. Next game. Auburn versus Michigan. I had Auburn versus Texas A&M here. Texas A&M should have won that damn game, man. Oh, they should have won that damn game. Just, it always the one thing about Texas A&M, Michigan State, they're not great offensive teams, but they do everything else really good. The one thing Texas A&M really struggles with is that they run that like match man zone, and Michigan figured out how to just get their big man easy layups every time. And Coach Buzz Williams didn't really make a change to it, and when he did make a change, they just figured out a way to get the ball back to him again. And Texas A&M lost this game to Michigan on defensive end. They were keeping up offensively. They were doing just enough to stay in the game. But Texas A&M was able to get some stops. They would have been in this game against Auburn. Because A&M did beat Auburn at the very end of the year. Yes, it was second to last game. It was Texas A&M senior night too, when they beat them. So Auburn probably is happier to see Michigan, Texas A&M, even though Auburn probably wasn't playing for much. In general, it's just good to not see a team that they're confident can beat you. Especially how Auburn's been playing, not at their best. Auburn's not been at their total juggernaut best. They've been good, but they've not been at number one overall seed Auburn good yet. And that's scary, because that means they're either going to hit it at some point or someone has a chance to beat them. And this Michigan team, they have a chance to play with Auburn a little bit because they have the bigs to make Jeremiah Broome and number 44. He usually wears a headband, but he didn't wear it last game. Can't think of his name off the top of my head. Oh, I'm blanking my name. But Michigan has a chance to make them actually get down here, play physical defense on them the whole time. And Michigan can wear them down on Michigan's offensive end. Michigan can beat Auburn. But the thing is that Auburn has so many offensive talents that I think they're going to outdo Michigan. Because I think only Michigan can keep up with Auburn's offense. Michigan can stop them a couple of times, but can Michigan go down there and score enough? Because you let Auburn get on that run, and the crowd gets into it, and they're starting to feel it, and they're starting to hit this thing. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night. I'm going to say. Next up. Last game of Friday, last game of this round. I have UH versus McNeese. It's UH. I have UH beating Purdue, but I had UH beating McNeese. And I want to say right here, that Gonzaga versus University of Houston game was a game that I called the game that might make or miss my bracket. Because there is no reason at all that U of H should be playing Gonzaga that early. No way. This is one of Gonzaga's worst teams in the past, 10-ish years, I would say. In my personal opinion. This is one of Coach Fu's worst teams. Talent-wise. And he has to run to another U of H team that breaks his Sweet 16 streak. A team that people think probably is number one overall seed. I thought it was Auburn, 100%. Then it kind of goes up to, do you think Florida, Duke, U of H? That's however you want to put them in your opinion. But that Gonzaga versus U of H game, if you have not seen it, I 100% say go back and watch the game. That's probably the game of the tournament right there. In my opinion. That's it. Y'all know I'm a big Gonzaga fan. So I've watched this team a lot. And this is one of Coach Fu's least talented teams overall. And when Battle cried in I want to say Coach Summers. See, I'm emotional just about talking about it because just like that was such a good game, and I wanted Gonzaga to win that game so badly. But I'm just like, it's one of those things. I'm a fan of Gonzaga, so I want Gonzaga to win. But I want UVH to win because I think they're a better team overall. They're a better team and can win the tournament, and also in the bracket too. It's like there's more reasons why I want University of Houston to win. But back to this game. Have University of Houston beaten Purdue? Remember, I picked Purdue to lose to McNeese the round before because I thought Purdue isn't really. They're not there. They have Braden Smith, who is an amazing player, of course. Y'all know that. The other guy, he's blanking on his name. I'm blanking on his name. I can see his face. I can see his face. I can see his shooting front. I can see everything. The other guard, God, I'm so mad. I can't think of his name on top of my head right now. He's good, but I feel like he kind of lags to the side. He's not just big how everyone kind of hypes him up to be. Then Purdue just has a bunch of other auxiliary guys that are just kind of like, if you take Braden Smith off that team, I feel like that team drops a lot. Because Braden Smith does so much. Even since his freshman year, Braden Smith's been that dude, and he's just gotten better and better and better and better. And I feel like if I'm Braden Smith, I might transfer out and go to a team that, hey, all I need you to do is run the point guard. Go to find a team. I don't know what. Obviously, teams aren't finalized yet. But if it's like, there's a coach out there that's just like, hey, I need a true point guard. Braden Smith can score his butt off too, but I say there's a Braden Smith with, like, not the Kansas team, because that'd be kind of the same team as he was running with Purdue. I feel like, which I was fine with that. Wasn't a big fan of Hunter Dickinson myself, but I think Braden Smith could be an elite point guard. If Braden Smith was 6'2", 6'3", he was in the NBA his freshman year. But because he's shorter, he's gonna get a lot of just knockdowns. Just, he's too short for the league. He's too skinny. He can't do this. And plus, like, if you see him on the court, if I tell you, hey, that guy's 6'3", and I'll let you just watch him, he'd be like, why he's not in the league? Because he's not 6'3". That's one reason why I think Purdue's even in this situation. And U of H has a whole freaking team. Do you want me to go on the freaking list of guys that can score on that team? Like, I even watched a video today of, what was it, Kool-Aid? It was Kool-Aid. He said he watched LJ Cryer literally with a walking 40-piece in high school. A walking 40-piece. People like, people score 20. Okay, he scored 30. He's a walking 40-piece. That's crazy. 10 points a quarter at minimum. So what's the other team has think about if he scored 40, the other 14 guys need to score 40. And really it's probably the other five, but it's probably what the other 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. Yeah, score 40 between them. Just tell me you score 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. If all y'all score 5 points with his 40, we got it. If the 8 guy, like, but that's my predictions right now. I'm gonna go watch these games. I will definitely see y'all on Saturday. This week, I will see you on Saturday. Next week, I'm not sure exactly when, if I'm gonna record in the middle of the week, but next Sunday, I'm gonna try to go for it. So you get 2 episodes this week. You're gonna get today. You're gonna get Saturday because I gotta talk about the end of these college basketball games. Okay. Love y'all. Please let me know if you want to keep hearing me talking yap around. Just, I got a lot to say, but not enough time. I said I was struggling at first talking. Never mind, I'm not gonna yap. Okay. See y'all.